Everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of silver has moved in the last week and how the price of silver can move in the next week. See, if you look at the chart of silver, what we have seen, the price of silver now trading at a level of $32.9750, and if you look at this trend, there is a continuous upside we have seen. Okay, and it is moving in this particular zone for quite some time. Okay, and if you look at this trend, there is a clear upside movement is there. Okay, and these two levels are already being tested. So if the pattern breaks down, means if it started coming down towards 30.4, we can see this trend can break out, or if it started sustaining this level, there is a probability that it will touch this particular level and come again toward this in this zone. Okay, if it breaks this particular level at a level of around 31.8, or if it breaks this particular level at this level, okay, or we can see it can go sustain above this level, and if this pattern follows, we can see a trend towards 36 or 38 we can see. Okay, so before I move ahead and explain you where the price of silver can move in the next week, if you have any doubts, you can mail me at stockmarkettradinglab@gmail.com, and one more mail ID in the description. And please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a telegram link also given in the description. You can join that too. See, there is a clear pattern forming towards an upside. First it was formed at this particular level. Now if you look at the bigger pattern, the pattern is forming at this particular level. The price has not moved above a level of $34.8. Okay, if this pattern supports, chances are high it will cross a level of $34.8. Then only this pattern will fulfill. And if you look at this particular smaller pattern, the similar pattern is being formed, so chances are high if it crosses above a level of 34.5, chances are high it can cross a level of 34.8, and then there will be a zone breakout, because this level we have seen in the month of 2012. So we can see there can be a further rise. Okay, see, the price of silver depends on a lot of factors. One of the factor is dollar index, because it is inversely related to silver. Okay, even gold and natural gas. If the dollar index started going upside, we see the silver price comes down. Similarly, if the dollar index started going down, we the silver price goes up. Okay, now looking at this particular chart, what we can see, look at the silver dollar index. If you look at the dollar index, it is moving in this particular zone for quite some time, for about 4-6 weeks. Okay, now it is forming a green candle for this particular week. Suppose if it sustains this particular level, and if it has to go above a level of 99.9, then we can see it can go further upside. And yes, there is a probability that it will move above a level of 100.4. Once started going above this level, probability of touching a level of 100.8 will be there, and if that sustain, we can see it will touch a level of $102.1, and then there will be a zone breakout. So we can see the price will go further high, and yes, after that the price can touch a level of $103.19. Okay, if the price going above that particular level, chances of touching a level of 103.6 will be there, and if that sustain, we can see it will cross a level of $104.2, and that level is already tested. So we can see the price will go further high. But suppose if the price didn't sustain, it can come down again towards a level of $99.138. If the price falling below that particular level, it can touch a level of 98.6, and from there a further downfall we can see towards a level of around $97.9. Okay, and this is the zone where we can see if the price started falling below this level, a further downfall we can see towards 97.5, and if that further fall, a probability of touching 96.9 we can see, and then a further fall will be there. Okay, now if we go again on the silver price, what we index trying to go higher, if it sustain above 100, a further upside we can see, but if it started falling below 98.8, a further fall we can see. So if it started going below, that dollar index started going below, but this pattern is supporting an uptrend, if it started sustaining above a level of $33.2, okay, then we can see it can touch a level of around 33.72. Okay, and if the price going above that particular level, chance of going towards a level of 34.21 is there. If that sustain, we can see a further upside towards a level of $34.2. Again, I repeat, if the price sustain above this level, it can cross a level of 33.2, which is already tested. After that, it can touch a level of 33.7, which is also being tested. So the price will go further upside, and from there a further high we can see towards $34.193. Okay, and if that sustain, a further upside we can see towards 34.4, and once the price going above that level, we can see a level of 34.6, and then it can touch a level of $34.9. Okay, then there will be a zone breakout, so we can see a further upside movement. So you have to understand, as soon as the price started sustaining above a level of 34.9, probability of touching, we can see that after this level, because this level we have seen in October of 2022, so chances are high it can touch a level of $35.5, and if the price going above this level, a further upside we can see. Okay, and if sustain above 34.5, we can see a further upside movement. But suppose if the price didn't sustain, what we can started falling below this level, we can see a level of 32.7, and if that didn't sustain, we can see the price can touch a level of 32.5. Okay, and suppose if it started going below this level, we can see a level of $32.3. Okay, and once the price going below this level, chances of touching 32.11 we can see. Okay, and this 32.11, we can see a level of 31.6, because that is already being a weak support, so chances are high it can touch a level of $31.4. Suppose if started falling below this level, chance of touching 31 we can see, and from there a further downfall we can see towards a level of 30.8 to a level of $30.5. Keeping that in mind, that as soon as the price started going below this level, chances of touching a level of 31 is there. Okay, and if that didn't sustain, a further downfall we can see. Okay, because we have seen the silver moves mostly in a zone. If you look at this trend, whenever there is a zone breakout happens, that is where we have seen an upside. Okay, so you have to remember that as soon as the price started going below a level of 32.6, a further downfall we can see towards 32.3, then to a level of 31.5, and then to a level of 30.9, to a level of $30. Okay, these are the some of the strong support I've already mentioned you. Any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail IDs also in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please for thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe it. Thank you.